Hi, I'm Mr. Arthur. Welcome to A-Level Geography.
Hiya, I'm Miss Huxford. I'm one of the human geography teachers at A level, and I really enjoy teaching the migration, identity, and sovereignty module.
Hello, my name is Mr. Reed. I'm a geography teacher here at Beacon Academy, and I teach A-level physical geography, and I'm really enjoying teaching plate tectonics.
Hi, my name is Mr. Skilton, and I'm especially looking forward to teaching superpowers and globalisation.
So the first big change that you will discover when you start your A-level in geography is, unlike at GCSE, you actually have two separate teachers throughout your A-level course. So one teacher will teach you the human side of the course, and then another will teach you the physical side of the course. So on your timetables, rather than just having one, you will end up actually, your lessons each week are split into human lessons and physical lessons, which does mean you're studying both simultaneously alongside one another. The actual areas of study within our geography programme some will be completely new to you, whereas others will be areas that you've studied at GCSE, but they will be going into more depth than you have previously looked at before. So some of the newer subjects that you won't necessarily have covered in as much detail yet are particularly on the human side of the course. So in Year 12, you can expect to start your year with a globalisation module, and then a regeneration module. So two things that we haven't necessarily specified on in GCSE, but will become a main focus in Year 12 of A-Level. On the physical side of things, in Year 12, you'll then look at the tectonics and tectonic events, and then you will move on to coastal processes and management. So areas that you probably will have studied at GCSE, taken that a little bit further, delved into slightly deeper to get A-level geography content and knowledge. When we progress to Year 13 in the human modules, you'll be taking a module on superpowers, and then you'll be taking a module on migration. Then on the physical side of things, you'll be looking at the water cycle and water security, alongside the carbon cycle and energy security. We also have this funny introduction of something called the NEA, which effectively is a piece of coursework, which will be new to you compared to your GCSE geography qualifications. So the NEA is a piece of coursework that you create your own question for, and you carry out your own investigation. So this is really kind of open to you. Any element of geography that particularly takes your interest or particularly takes your fancy will be able to be used for the coursework. You'll have kind of seminar lessons within your time so that then you know exactly how to make the coursework, what your question is going to be, what data you have to collect, and then present all of that work there, because that does make up a percentage of your mark at the A-level. So to kind of work our way into this coursework, we don't just chuck you in at the deep end and ask you to go and collect data. We actually give you lots of tips. And one of those tips and one of those times that you're able to practice is a residential trip that we take to Dorset. We stay in Dorset for 3 nights, and we carry out practice for your coursework in areas around the Jurassic Coast. We practice a mixture of physical and human data collection methods to ensure that you feel prepared and informed about what you can do for your coursework project. Touch wood, the last couple of times I have been on this trip, we've also had really nice weather, so long may that trend continue, and hopefully it will be a lovely time down by the coast for us as well. So in terms of what you face examination-wise and percentage-wise, I've broken it down for you, so hopefully it's a little bit easier to understand and manage. So you'll sit 3 exams at the end of Year 13, and you'll create and submit a piece of coursework, like I just spoke about, ending up being handed in December of Year 13. So paper 1 is a physical paper. It's 2 hours and 15 minutes, and it looks at all of the physical modules, and is worth 30% of your qualification. We then have paper 2, which is the human paper, again worth 30% of the qualification, running for 2 hours and 15 minutes, with the 4 human topics. We then have paper 3, which is a synoptic paper. So it's 2 hours and 15 minutes again, and it focuses around players, attitudes and actions, and futures and uncertainties. This is a particular place-based context knowledge exam. You get given a piece of information and then you have to work with that information to talk about the players, attitudes and actions or futures and uncertainties. That paper worth ever so slightly less, worth 20% of the qualification. We work up and we build into the synoptic paper, preparing for it prior to the exam itself. We've then got the coursework, like I mentioned earlier, which sits at roughly 3,000 to 4,000 words on a topic of your choice. That again is also worth 20% of the qualification. In terms of getting prepared, we use Geography for Edexcel textbooks. So we use these throughout Year 12 and 13, and there are 2 separate books, one for Year 12, one for Year 13. I've sent a picture of them here so that you can see these, and I've also put links to both of those if you did want to order those ready for next year. I would highly recommend ordering the Year 12 textbook so that it's arrived ready in time for September. Sometimes we do find, because so many people need it in September, if you order it slightly later, there tends to be a bit of a backlog and you're left without a book for several weeks. If you wanted to be super prepared, there's also revision guides to go alongside both of these. So again, if you were really keen, I might suggest getting the Year 12 revision guide ready for September. It breaks things down ever so slightly smaller chunks to make it easier to understand.
Geography is a really interesting subject with a really broad range and a broad scope. For example, we cover ideas from climate change to inner city deprivation. We cover geopolitics to a volcano. It fits nicely across with other subjects in the humanities and with the sciences, and it's highly regarded by universities as a supporting subject, and a significant proportion of our students do geography at university. Thank you for watching.